Hello from the Yarn Closet in St. David, Arizona. Some of you may know what I'm doing. I decided to take you all along for the ride. I'm trying to keep you from getting too much glare. Yeah, it's going to be a crazy ride. So if you get nauseous easily, maybe this isn't the episode for you, or at least not the first 10 minutes. I am Yarn Closet AZ on Instagram, and I share an account on Ravelry with my mom, MawgeeKitty. My husband is gone, so I can use the iPad that he normally uses to record, which is my preference. And we will be having a beginning of 2021 giveaway, a $40 gift card from Artistic Lily. She is a lovely US dyer. I'm really hesitant to do anything from the overseas people now. Did you see this? That's number 2. I'm going to give you a second to guess. Put in the comments if you know what I'm doing. I'll explain in a moment. How was your Christmas? It's the day after. I normally put away Christmas stuff, but we didn't put a ton up, so I'm going to leave it for a day or two. All right, my soon-to-be 13-year-old, February 15th, has Asperger's, so he's got a lot of food quirks. So what I do once a week is I make meat and noodle, and then he just had this for lunch, and I've got 4 more of these put together. So when he's hungry, because he's getting an appetite, he's at that age. He's 5'5" now. He's a teenager. So I put him in the fridge, and he can just grab them, nuke them. He puts Parmesan cheese and butter on the noodles. He'll put just salt and pepper. I alternate the meats. There's a few different meats I'll put in there. And then I have a nice big tub of noodles that I can add. I can make a noodle dish this week, or I can add to a soup if I've got some soup leftovers. We do a lot of soups. Our chickens are not quite producing yet, but they seem to be very close, and the chicken that was injured last week is coming around quite well. We thought she was blind and brain damaged, but she seems to, her depth perception seems much better at this stage of the game, so we think it's more than just that she's accommodated her blindness. My daughter accidentally, without intent, kind of got her head stuck in the door. You know, that's always that sketchy time with animals. And kids just sometimes don't remember to kind of shoo them back before they get up there. I am quite glad that we gave her the opportunity to heal, and that we did some things to doctor her to improve that healing. What has your life been like? We're still doing some moving projects. You know, that first year when you get in a property that hasn't been really well taken care of, there's so much stuff. But I feel like this is what I'm always doing, some kind of bulk meal conglomeration Have you ever had this? Brown bread in a can. I like the kind without raisins. It has protein, 130 calories for a 2-ounce serving, which is half a slice. I like to toast it. It's got 3 grams of protein, 2 grams of fiber, 14 grams of sugar, 400 milligrams of sodium. But if you're a prepper, these are shelf stable for a long time. The problem is that we're constantly getting into our supply because they're so yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. And, whoops, sorry, you kind of blend in. Okay, how am I going to do this without turning you off? Maybe I'm just not. Where did my phone go? I thought it was right here. That's why we went on this big long walk. Oh no, it's over here. The new dog blends into the carpet. Have you seen Rusty? Rusty, say hi. See, they're like bookends. He's only a year and a half, so that means he's got the perfect energy level for my daughter. And Magnus, who is old, is entertained by him to some degree. Let's see. Yes. Move the yarn, move the yarn. Shush. You know, I can't have 2 minutes. But I have had 2 minutes because the other morning, everybody was just kind of, the kids were just anxious. They wanted it to be Christmas. It was a couple days before Christmas. Where did it go? Did I seriously do that again? I can't believe I seriously did that again. Deleted the picture again. Oh, these new glasses. I've had 2 different glasses since I lost my glasses in the leaves, and I'm not happy with either one of them. I finished this, that's actually a circle. It looks like there's points. I just didn't block it. It's a cotton wool yarn blend that is washable, and it's a baby blanket. I wish I knew where my tape measure was. I would say it's about 42 to 44 inches across. A friend requested something, so do you have to go outside? Do you need to go outside? You want to go outside? Come on, outside. So a new friend requested a baby blanket, and I wanted to try out that yarn because I'm not sure if it really is kid friendly. I'm not sure. So I was able to do that morning, and I did it on my machine, and oh, it was so lovely. And I was able to take a couple of panels that I had laying around and do a pink scarf and a pink cowl for my daughter. On my linker, a linker is that machine. Its sole purpose is to link 2 pieces of knitted fabric together. I think you could actually put some regular fabrics on there, but you'd end up with holes in the fabric. So it depends on if you care. Like, I'm pretty sure I could put 2 pieces of those soft fleecy blankets and like link them together, because one side of the linking is a very nice like chain stitch. And I am trying right now. Oh, I'll grab that also. See, I'm so not prepared, but I just grabbed the time with you because that's what we need to do these days. We just need to grab the time together that we can get. because it is so important. My husband's like, you know, you really don't crochet much now that you've started knitting and stuff. Started knitting? Dude, I've been knitting for 3.5 years. You're a little late on that game. I love these clear bags. And this one is whimsystitches.com. There is also a clip that goes on here, but it's just the perfect size for a small thing. And I like Rick from Whimsy Stitches. He's just lovely. And I think eyeballs are a riot because mine are screwed up. I am legally blind. But I started this project the other day. I saw Amy Beth on the Fat Squirrel, and she was doing worsted weight socks. So 2 different kinds of fingering weight sock yarn. Happy Valley. It's Happy Valley Knit Picks, and it's maybe it's Hawthorne. I'm pretty sure it's Happy Valley. Maybe Hawthorne is the name of the sock yarn. I don't know. You'll find it. And then this one is an indie dyer, and I lost tags a long time ago. I thought I was buying alpaca, but it was just regular sock yarn. They go well together, and I love how instead of getting a very blue, and I've done a sock in this already, now it's going to be more this kind of salmon-y color. But I have no idea on stitch count. None. But I'm trying to do just an ankle weight, slightly heavier around the house, because I am blowing out my socks left, right, and center. I still have a little tomato soup left over for lunch. So what do? I'm doing a 48 stitch count, and I'm doing a gusset heel, gusset only, no flap, gusset only. The Chili Dog has tutorials on it. It came out in 2003, and the woman's last name was Strong. It was in a magazine. I haven't been able to get any written pattern of it, but the Chili Dog's tutorial is pretty decent. And it's going rather well for me. I'll have to admit, I'm not a fan of the heels, to the point that I was considering doing spiral sock with no heel. But I've done some no heel things before, and they just don't, that's just not, it might work for a kid, but not for me. And when I want something harder wearing, you know, I need that heavier heel. So it's gusset only. So you do this gusset, and then you do the short rows to turn the heel, and then bang, you're right at it. And it just doesn't scare me. I'm only a couple stitches away from starting to turn my heel, and it seems to be going well, because I tried making a sock on my machine, and I did a couple of them, but I keep getting crazy big socks. Okay, thank you. This is my gargantuan old-fashioned crocheted double cotton pot holder slash hot pad, whatever. It's really thick. I've already used it a bunch of times. It took me quite a while to make it because it is so big. But I love them because you just throw them in the wash. And this one is one that I made a little while ago. It's quite thin. It needs a wash. This one needs a wash. It's just a simple garter stitch. This one was double thick also. And, you know, I hope that when I give those as gifts that people actually use them, because you'll see how much I use mine. And honestly, this single one also works really nice as a washcloth in the pinch when you need it. Okay, so our house is actually close to the street. It's probably 100 feet to the street. We're hoping at some point after the cold to put in a row of bushes. Now my husband's saying maybe not, maybe flowers. But I really still want bushes because I want that sound block. Because every time somebody drives by, I think they're driving in our driveway. But if you've been here for my weekly visits, and I thank you for being here, I do appreciate the comments. It's very important to me. You saw the little porch we made last week. We're going to be making another porch off of a mobile for a friend soon, in a similar style. And I went ahead and I just painted the whole interior section, even the mobile home. This, I call it cottage green because it looks like that funny cottage green you see on all the English cottages. Whether you think it should go with the cottage color or not. Sorry. The knobs on our utility sink are a little tough for the kids. But she got an easel for Christmas. She's quite happy. He also got a ninja line, double ninja line, back in between the trees. That's been a stinker to get up. And they haven't really loved it as much as they thought they would. So that's really too bad. And I haven't, other than starting that sock and really wanting to see how that works out, I'm very excited about that gusset hill. My next plan is to try to do a little more work on the knitting machine, in trying to figure out how to use worsted weight. I have an LK 150 knitting machine. I combined it with another one, so I have one that has 200 stitches and one that has 100 stitches. And I think I finally found a decent tension combination where I like the fabric. See what I mean? I mean, it's not fabulous, but it's good. And I want to do up. I don't have a lot of acrylic. I don't get acrylic very often unless it's an acrylic wool mix, because acrylic doesn't go away. But for kids, you know, it's so easy, so easy. So I want to try to make some baby blankets and use that up. I know a number of people here are pregnant that I cross paths with, so that's nice. But isn't it funny that the year we all have so much time to do all of our crafting, our head is just not in a place to really get it done? It's crazy. What are your projects? What are the things that are carrying you through? My crochet things are carrying me through. I have a large poncho I started on the 200 stitch machine. Just a regular rectangular poncho. I'm going to do a slit for the middle. So it'll be kind of like a serape. And I'm going to see how that goes. But it's going so slow because I'm doing this. The machines are still knitting, people. I still have to manipulate stitches every 2 rows so that the side doesn't curl in. And now I'm thinking, why did I even do that? Because does it matter if a 200 stitch thing curls in a little bit? Because 200 stitches, I mean, 100 stitches is this. You'd think that'd be enough to cover my body, but there is shrinkage. So maybe I'll just take the couple inches out that I've already done and just start over and have a rolled edge and just not care. Because then I might actually get it done and see if it's a style worth doing. So that's my plan. Look with your heart first. We'll talk to you next week.